Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a box coming to me via priority mail, and we're just going to find out what's in here together, share with you my first reaction, impressions, and everything else in between of the knife in here. Doing the honors today, we've got the new budget version of the Shark Cub from Demko Knives. It is the most affordable way to get the amazing Shark's Lock, very strong and also fidgety locking mechanism. And these come in OS 10A with the GRN glass reinforced nylon handles. About 90 bucks or $89.99 for these. So of course, this knife and every other knife that you see in this video will be linked down below so you guys can check it out. This one is the clip point version right here with the stone wash blade. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cut into the box. All right, shall we? And make a incision here and there. And then we're just gonna see what do we have? What do we have in store this time? All right, let's get her open, shall we? I got the address on the other side, so that is why I'm opening it from this angle. And bam, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are checking out the, drum roll please, the Shootout. All right. First things first, is there anything inside this box? Because it is so lightweight, it feels like the box is empty. But the Shootout from Benchmade, CPM crew wear. It is an OTF knife, right, for everyday use, rescue, and tactical. USA made, of course, as you expect from Benchmade, USA company. And without further ado, let's get in here. Here is the knife itself. Let's take a look and just get all this other stuff out of the way. And bam, all right, first things first, we got the super extremely lightweight. This thing, I don't know, is it a Benchmade bug out competitor? I don't know. I don't usually bring out the scale for unboxings, but this thing is so lightweight, you just gotta. It is 2.8 ounces, that's really lightweight, or 78 grams, which is insane. I think the bug out is what, 2.6, 2.7, so really lightweight. I don't it feels like really not holding much, right? That's how lightweight this is. So definitely, if you're looking for a lightweight knife, I mean, this is something right here. The FRN handles, right, definitely gives FRN vibes. If it's not, I'll put it on the screen there for you. Got some very interesting sort of diamond milling going on, which kind of begins as one pattern here and evolves to a different pattern towards the back, which is nice. And then the front is this sort of like even grippier, right? Even grippier texture, right? So that is extremely grippy right there. That's interesting. And last but not least, deep pocket carry clip, which is reversible to both sides, and a glass opener right there in the back. So I know you're here for the action, so am I. So let's go ahead and get this thing open here. There we go. Bam. Okay. Take a look at this thing. We have a sort of bronze looking coating on this crew wear blade, right? Crew wear steel. We got the butterfly Benchmade logo on one side, steel on the other side. I'm glad they didn't decide to print their website on there, because by now that's pretty obvious. Otherwise, just Google it, right? But drop point blade, full flat grind going on here, right? A little bit thinner compared to the handle itself. I'll let you guys be the judge there on that. But let's check out the action a little bit more. All right, pretty smooth on the way back, on the way forward, right? I want to say the you got aluminum here on the deployment button, which is good. And again, not a lot of crazy resistance, right? It's easy to actuate, open and close. It kind of has a nice thunk of recoil to it. All right, let's get those ASMR points in there. But yeah, pretty interesting action here, right? Just like you would expect from an OTF. I want to say probably the acoustics are slightly different on this one, given the whole FRN chassis and whatnot. But I want to say I have been carrying the Microtech Ultratech, and I've been checking it out here with the blade grips, right? Sort of like this protective shield, silicone protective layer. So it really keeps it safe from scratches. And if you were to drop it or what have you, this particular one glows in the dark. Check out the unboxing on this one if you haven't already. But I want to say this one not being the new version, you definitely have to give it the beans here to open it and close, right? So it's definitely a lot more resistance there when deploying and retracting the blade on the older Microtech Ultratechs. This one, I mean, nothing crazy. It's just the right amount, I would say, right? As far as tension to deploy, right? Disengage, right? Very, very interesting. I did just get stabbed by the glass breaker back there. But let's do some size comparisons here, shall we, right? Here it is next to the Microtech Ultratech, another very popular USA-made OTF, right? So I would say probably one of its competitors, if anything. Here is the Shark Cub, the one that we used to unbox this package. Obviously more comparable to the Ultratech. The Shark Cub is a little bit smaller. Let's do some more of the traditional ones here in the channel. There's the PM2, and here's the Para 3, right? So more so PM2 style than anything, right? Even including the section there with the glass breaker, probably just a hair longer than the PM2 and definitely bigger, longer than the Para 3. Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad, right? Definitely bigger than the AD 20.5 and very comparable to the Chad, although still a little bit bigger. Here's the Civivi Vision FG and the Kizer Varatas. Right, very good, affordable budget knives that you should definitely consider if you don't already own them. The Shootout is going to be a little bit bigger than both of those. And speaking of highly recommendable budget knives, there's the CJRB Pyrite, and this one here is the Vosteed Raccoon, right? Shootout definitely a little bit bigger for sure, right? So hopefully you own one of these knives so it can give you more or less a ballpark where this knife lands. It definitely becomes a large knife indeed when deployed. Is there any rattling going on here, right? There is just a little bit of play if I just move the blade around. But if I do shake it, I will have to shake it really hard to hear a little bit of rattle, a little bit of side to side, a little bit of open down, right? It's, you know, pretty common even with Microtech as well. All right. So that's pretty common right there with OTFs. Of course, we have to do our scientific cutting test, and this is just some recycled paper from an old textbook I was gonna throw away. Figure I might as well use it to do some cutting tests here in the channel, right? Definitely cutting pretty good, right? That crew wear. Yeah, putting in some work with a very toothy edge. Do we have one page? Do we have 2 pages? This is a little bit more of a thicker piece of paper for sure. But yeah, it's definitely cutting to it like nobody's business. Even with some curvature to the cut. I'm not even cutting on a straight line. Of course I could if I wanted to. So again, very scientific cutting test, by the way. Can it cut paper? Absolutely. Absolutely no secrets there. It is a knife. It should be able to cut through some paper. As far as cardboard goes, I have some leftover cardboard here from a box that I destroyed or downsized not that long ago. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like this. And it's going to look something like this. Here we go. Right? I want to say, even though there's no jimping, it's actually pretty slim. Right? Pretty narrow of a blade there. So I'm going to... All right. I want to say it does wedge a little bit, right? I think it has to do with the blade itself not being very tall. All right, that could be. So maybe try it from an angle like right here. I mean, yeah, it definitely goes through the cardboard pretty good. And it will cut that cardboard. There's no doubt about that, right? And then as you see, there are some streaks now, some markings on the blade. So after I'm done cutting, I go ahead and give it a nice little wipe here. I want to say this might be sort of like a Cerakote coating, something along those lines. Those marks do remain on there a little bit, so you know that's something to keep in mind, right? So if the light hits it at a certain angle, you're still able to see them there, right? But you do have that protection from that coating going on the blade there. You guys let me know in the comments, how sharp is this guy? Factory edge here, right? On a scale from 1 through 10, how sharp is the Benchmade Shootout? I don't think I mentioned this, but let's talk ergonomics for a second, right? So definitely that is a department that they did really well. Definitely has sort of like this belly right here with sort of like an indented section here for both your index and pinky, while all their fingers follow suit. Ergonomically speaking, it's pretty good. I want to say borderline 9.5 out of 10. That's how good it is. No forward choke option. I wouldn't recommend it. But as long as you stick to the handle, right, this bear grip is pretty good. If you have to, you know, save your life and break somebody out of a car or something, right, that glass breaker should come handy for most most other cases. You probably are going to stab yourself a little bit each and every time your hand goes in the pocket trying to reach for the knife. That's kind of been my experience a little bit with sort of the whole glass breaker gimmick, right? Some companies make them a little bit less sharp than others, like this carbide ball on the Microtech Ultratech. This one is a little bit more of a sharper, pointy glass breaker. So yeah, I could see that being maybe like a little stabby situation there every time you get your hand in the pocket. Other than that, again, pocket clip is nice and deep here, reversible. One of Benchmade standard pocket clips that I've seen. Again, they have this one here, and then they have like a shorter one, which is about this much. I've seen on other models as well. And again, I mean, the action is pretty solid, right? Pretty duplicatable here. And it's pretty lightweight, so this is not gonna weigh you down in any way, shape, or form. The grip here is insane. This section right there, that's the insane grip, right? But yeah, well, then it comes the next question is the price. What is the price on this thing? Well, guess what? By the time you're watching this video, I would have linked to all of the different websites where this guy is available, so you guys go ahead and check it out for yourself. In typical Benchmade fashion, this might be probably up there price-wise. So I'll let you guys draw your own conclusions. Of course, this was just an unboxing and first reactions, first impressions video. The full review is going to come here to the channel in the very near future. I need to carry this knife here for some time, try to gather as much feedback as I possibly can, and then I'll be dropping that comprehensive review video here very soon. So if you're not yet subscribed, this will be a great time to do that. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. I make knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, and you will not be disappointed. If you got value out of the video so far, smashing that like button really goes a long way with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link down below for Patreon, or you can support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this knife in the comments. What do you want to see? What do you want to know for review purposes when that video drops? Also, check out the unboxing on the Microtech Ultratech. Since we're speaking of OTFs, that video is going to be right there on your left. Or check out the unboxing on the new budget version of that shark cub that we used to open this package. Either way, if you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. I really love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me till the end. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next video, either this one here or this one there. Take care, guys. Peace.